fucking thing crash into me and kill me?
He throw that? He did. Wait, why are you? Oh, the wall one?
Point and back out the shotgun.
What's going on, guys? It's Chef, and as you can see here, it's full disrespect. Over here, you can see that I actually have the Platinum 725. I'm gonna assume I have like the thumbnail or something like that, you know, about this, because the 725, we all know the 725 from Modern Warfare 2019 was one of the most notorious and popular weapons that ever existed across the Modern Warfare or Warzone meta. The 725 is so powerful that it actually predates Warzone and was a problem and very powerful in just multiplayer by itself. So this is the 725. I mean, I have my graphics turned down like shit, so it looks terrible, but also my FPS is locked again. I don't know. It's so weird. Yesterday, literally, as soon as I was done making my video, everything was completely fine. Maybe it's an OBS problem. Now, while I am making a video about the 725 and talking about the 725's return, Reliable, the original 725, is absolutely not back. Now, it might feel like it might be back at hardcore, tier 1, whatever we want to call it. I mean, obviously, close range, it'll blow people away, no problem. I mean, it is a shotgun, right? That's where shotguns excel. Shotguns are always good, you know, within like 5, 10 meters, whatever. In terms of like my longest long shots, I mean, you're able to kill people that are extremely weakened, you know, pretty far away, but if somebody's chilling at like that 15, 20 meter range or so, you're probably not killing them, although I just one-shotted that dude at 16, so. Dude, I actually dread swimming in this game. I mean, I'm glad that I can swim in the game, don't get me wrong, I guess, but he lived? Probably because I jumped. Look at how much it spreads when you jump. You see this? That weakens you so badly, obviously, with a shotgun. It's obviously the nerf to, you know, the bunny hopping in general, where you really can't do it as much. And even if you do, you end up suffering this horrible ADS penalty whenever you come out and try to jump and do it. It, like, reduces your ADS speed by, like, hundreds of milliseconds. It's crazy. I didn't think they would be able to find a way to nerf the jump shotting and shit like that on these games without making the game actively kind of feel worse. Kind of like Battlefield. Although Battlefield looks great, the weapons and handling of things always like really clunky, especially when you try to move around. I get it, it's, you know, just kind of how that game feels, but overall, it does feel better to actually have a little bit of movement, some decent handling on the weapon. No, it ain't like that in real life, blah, 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 but this isn't real life, it's a video game. Look at the state of Battlefield and look at the state of COD, I'm just saying. So I did so much yesterday. I believe I have 12 different golds and 2 different platinum. Yesterday, I ended up unlocking the golden riot shield. I could show that in game if I end up going over to this class after I show you guys this, but I'm almost done with the knife. I'm like halfway through it. You know, I just need to get 30 kills with the combat knife. It's rainbow too. Look how cute it is. I don't know if there's a way to like really show the riot shield. Can you even inspect the riot shield? I can't inspect it for some reason. But you can see that it's gold, obviously. When they're doubling your team's kills, just leave. Just get out. If you joined in and that's happening, just don't even bother. Crazy how you can do this ridiculously sophisticated matchmaking system to make, especially when I get into a party, to sit around and make me wait to get connected to all these people. I have played from the peak time where most people are awake at like 7 at night on a Saturday, all the way into playing like until 9 in the morning on like a fucking Thursday. The search times were the same, and it actually felt like I was even in harder lobbies. The quote easier the lobbies were supposed to get, the later it got, because technically less people are on, so then the skill base isn't as strong because there aren't as many strong players. It's a common strat to go and, you know, play at those times. It's really not even worth it. Like, yeah, there is a difference in the lobbies, but not enough to actually make you switch. At least for me personally, spectating 3 a.m., spectating 4 a.m. videos that I was doing, I think there's something going on with the OBS. I kind of want to do a little bit of a test really quick. Like, stop recording and then pop it back open without OBS. As soon as I opened OBS, it happened. That's crazy. I have OBS turned off right now, and I got over 200 frames in here. As soon as I turn OBS on, it locks me 120. Why? Okay, well, at least I found the problem, but what the fuck is that? All right, so I'm back in game, and it's locked back down to 120 again, so I don't know. It's weird. Over in the menu, it's like moving around still. Strange. So if anybody knows exactly how OBS could ever possibly affect your in-game FPS. It's literally happening to me right now. Specifically OBS though. I need to explain, with OBS, I only record Facecam with OBS. I've even removed the source of it and just had OBS by itself open, completely new install. I tried the newest version and that ran terribly, so I went back. Some of the settings in OBS will still be messed up, but if anyone can explain how or why this shit would lock at 120 FPS like this, but like I have it on unlimited right now, but hey, that is the most consistent 1% low. That doesn't even make sense. You know, just from like any of the gameplay clips you saw, you can see up in the top left that it's definitely not supposed to just be locked 120. Maybe I'll send this over to some people that know some shit about computers or OBS or something, but I don't know. That is such a weird thing. I'm happy that it doesn't happen when I'm actually playing, because that's the majority of the time, but I have no idea how or why this would happen. When I died, it went up to 180 frames and now locked back down to 120. It's such a weird thing. Should maybe I just reinstall my drivers again? And I've done like display driver uninstaller every single time. I don't have a bunch of bloat or anything. Knifing on this game also, surprisingly, is pretty fun. It's really not bad either. I mean, the lunge on this game is kind of crazy. The lunges and like the crazy aim assist tugs I was getting with this thing, especially with the shield and you start getting stunned and everything, yeah, it starts getting crazy. 180 frames, it's feeling a little better, and now it's back down. So weird. I hate the fact that there's like just no regular vault. I know there's like automatic vault and all that shit, but like I hate that. I hate how slow the mantling is now. I wish it would prioritize mantling over hanging onto the ledge. I wish hanging onto a ledge was more of a thing to do if the wall was like, maybe if I held the button or something, I don't know. Regardless of whatever you're seeing in terms of like my struggles here while I'm recording, my enjoyment of the game after I'm like just not recording or editing or anything like that, I'm having a good time. But let me know what you guys think down in the comment section, because I've been hearing mixed stuff. Like, it's the same thing as every year, to be honest, but some people are upset on this game. What is it that is upsetting people? If you dislike this game, what is it exactly that's bothering you? Is it like the movement shit or what? Because I did mention a long time ago, if they ever got rid of slide canceling, people wouldn't be happy about it. But I'm also trying to like think from their perspective. To me, playing Call of Duty without slide canceling for all of that time, and then slide canceling only happens for, you know, 1 to 3 years. I don't feel like slide canceling is a basis in Call of Duty. It's not a pillar of movement. Movement was always a thing in Call of Duty, but it was always just limited in whatever way that you can do it. Like, for example, there's still movement that you can do on this game, even though bunny hopping is nerfed and slide canceling is kind of non-existent. You can do it still, kind of, but literally just not even worth it. It's just like jump shotting and shit. I got very used to jump shotting and bunny hopping all the time. And the ADS penalty that you get from doing it is insane. Even if you build your weapon to have really fast ADS and try to fight against that kind of thing, just make your weapon ultra snappy, it feels like it's a flat penalty no matter what attachments you have on the weapon. Every single time you try to jump in ADS, I see it all the time. People are like, my weapon doesn't ADS that fast. And then meanwhile, you go and look at their gameplay and they're literally trying to like jump into people's laps on this game. It doesn't work. You can break cameras and do all that other shit on the other Call of Duties, and you can still do that on this one, but just not in the same way that you're expecting. Got a couple platinum weapons and stuff like that. I like the whole, like, you know, get 1 platinum per category. Like, for example, once I finish this knife, I'm probably gonna do a platinum riot shield video, just because riot shielding's fun as shit. It just is. And then after I'm done with the melee stuff, so that'd be snipers, shotguns, melees would be done. I'm doing like all the weird stuff first, I noticed. It's not really intentional, but if we go from there, either, I don't know, I'm loving the progression in this game, even though the challenges are easier. I think the end game of this is still definitely a grind and still something to be impressed with for sure. I think a lot of people are gonna stop at like polyatomic and stuff like that and maybe go for Orion a little bit, but I really want to see what happens when you go and unlock Orion for everything. Go and unlock the weapon mastery thing, this right here. You get all of the gold things, you get all the platinum things, all the polyatomic things, and all the Orion things. It's 1,000 kills, an extra 1,000 kills for each weapon. I didn't care about this entire system. Very similar system in Modern Warfare 2019 that they added later with Obsidian and stuff. They have basically that entire system here at launch with Orion, right? If I go and unlock all of this stuff, it's 1,000 kills for all of the weapons just going back through. That's 1,000 kills with launchers and 1,000 kills with like the riot shield. That's gonna be gross, man. But understand that Obsidian grind was literally a minimum of like 3,000 kills per weapon. This isn't even as bad as that, and this is way more streamlined, and the game just is a lot more fun to play. It just is. And at the end of all that, there is supposedly some sort of reward at the end. Now, I saw that Lego Unlock actually mentioned this, but I didn't even think about this in my head. But earlier when they showed the Mastery camos, what Orion looked like, they showed this one picture of it that made it look like it was Orion, but with like polyatomic, but the polyatomic was also like gray, black, like a steel color. But then they went back in that blog and changed the pictures back to this, what we saw it as before. And when we got in game, this is what's here. What if it's a possibility that they leaked? What if by completing all of this, you could actually just combine any camo that you want on the gun in like sections? Now, is that worth it for the grind? I don't really know, but sure, your weapon's gonna stand out in comparison to other people that didn't do it. And you'd probably be able to come up with like some crazy and cool looking shit, unique looking stuff that you know would take a lot of grinding for. Obviously, I mean, you got unlock tools and stuff like that, but people know what's legit and isn't legit. I'm loving this shit. I'm excited to even just go and start editing this video, get through this shit, and just play some more, make some more progress. It's super fun. I think I'm saving probably the biggest, meatiest categories, the SMGs and the ARs, for last, it seems. Although I might still dip into those categories anyway, just because, you know, my weapon might end up pushing me there at some point if I do this in the battle rifles or whatever. Might even do just the marksman rifle since I already have 2 of them done as well. I have this EBR ready. The Lockwood, I could also have fun with that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do the knife and then I'm gonna do the rest of these marksman rifles. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm having fun. I feel bad for the people that aren't. I'm loving this shit.